Good day, everyone. Our discussion for today will be the first lesson for the midterm discussion under the subject purposive communication. So, our topic for today will be about preparing multimedia presentations. So, in this topic, we will talk about or we will tackle everything on how we can make our multimedia presentation effective and knowledgeable, as well as the characteristics of the different multimedia presentations. In today's digital society, communication is mediated using technology. For communication to be more effective, it is imperative to know how technology works, what purposes it can serve, and how it can be used efficiently and effectively used to achieve specific goals in the communication process. So in our era today, it is a must na marunong kayong gumamit ng mga multimedia presentations. Like what we are doing today, we are discussing through video discussion. Okay? Isa siyang example ng pag-prepare ng multimedia presentation. In what way? Well, I have here some PowerPoint presentation with texts and images. You can observe and you can see kung ano yung magiging content na all throughout ng ating discussion. And nabanggit dito na it is imperative to know how technology works. Kasi po, nowadays, we use technology to communicate with other people. We use our Facebook, we use our cell phones para makipag-communicate tayo sa iba-ibang klaseng tao. In preparing multimedia presentations for various communication purposes, it is important to consider the following. First off, we have the characteristics of multimedia presentations. And letter B, we have steps in making effective multimedia presentations. Let's chop everything. Okay, for letter A, characteristics of multimedia presentations. First of all, multimedia presentations are visually oriented. They are displayed on a monitor or projected onto a screen. Kasi naman po, hindi naman tayo makakapress sa Manila paper ng play at hindi naman dyan maglalabas yung video kasi nga multimedia siya. Hindi siya, considered siya as instructional materials, pero it does not use technology. So, madalas sa ating multimedia presentation is naka-display talaga siya through computers, sa tablet, iPads, or any monitor na maka-flash na makikita ng mga viewers kung ano yung laman ng iyong presentation. Okay, they also allow users to use different modalities such as text, graphics, photographs, audio, animation, and video. So we have here some examples like yung texts. Next is the graphics or yung mga design. We also have here photographs, yung mga examples ng photographs. And of course, the audio. Also the animation. And last but not least, the video. So those are the examples of the different modalities na pwede nating gawin as users in order for us to make the multimedia presentations more interesting or appealing. Okay, also a part of the characteristics of multimedia presentations, we have the special features of computer-based presentations. First of po, custom navigation or linking between slides to other media and to the internet. Diyan na po papasok yung mga hyperlinks natin pwedeng gawin. Yung pag-click mo yung link, automatic pupunta siya sa websites kung ano yung nilagay mo sa slide. Second, it can be made into hard copy printouts or transparencies. And third, can be uploaded to the web. So this video discussion that we are making can be an example of how we can make our multimedia presentation effective. It has some special features using the computer base kasi yung number one natin, di ba? I can just put some link and pag prines nyo, automatic pupunta kayo sa site. Pwede ko rin kayo bigyan ng hard copy or printouts. Also, this video discussion that you will be playing will be uploaded on a YouTube account so that you can have access to it. Everyone can have access to it. Okay, so those are the characteristics of multimedia presentations. Let's come now to the steps in making effective multimedia presentations. Okay, so letter B, we have here steps in making effective multimedia presentations. First off, we have know the purposes of the presentation. You cannot construct or make a presentation kung wala kayong pinopoint out, wala kayong purpose, wala kayong goal. Hindi pwedeng gumawa lang kayo ng multimedia presentation tapos wala lang naman sense. Like gumawa lang kayo out of nowhere, out of the blue. Okay, for example, this PowerPoint presentation that I have here, its goal is for you to know how to prepare an effective multimedia presentation. So, yun yung purpose ng presentation na ito. Okay? Number two, you have to know the audience. Na-tackle na natin to yung una nating topic. Dapat, hindi lang through communication tayo alam kung ano yung audience natin. Also, in making a presentation din. And number three, gather information. In making an effective multimedia presentation, you have to make sure na lahat ng data mo, lahat ng information mo, may basis, may backup data. Para in case of some students na merong clarification, at least you can justify their questions. Kasi nga, may backup kang alam sa tinatackle mo. Meron kang alam na information about your topic. Okay, so now we have number 4. You have to use a variety of resources such as textbooks, digital resources like photographs, scanned images, and student work, and letter C, the internet. Number 5, do not forget to cite sources. In citing sources, you have to make sure that you write the author's name, the title of the work, and the date of publication. You have to include the website or the web page address of the source. And in general, non-profit educational use of online materials for a lecture qualifies as fair use, but it is better to ask the author's permission to use such materials. Always have full bibliographic reference for all action. So, bakit importanteng nagsasite tayo ng sources? Kasi po, pwede yang maging plagiarism. Pwedeng maging cause yan ng pagnanakaw. Kaya dapat parati tayong may credit kung kanino nating kinuha or hiniram yung ating sources. Number 6, you have to organize the information. So first, you have to list the main points. Letter B, have only one main idea per slide. And letter C, present ideas in a logical order. And letter D, place important information near the top. Okay, in making your multimedia presentation effective, you have to make sure na naka-organize lahat ng laman. Hindi pwedeng nagdi-discuss ka, halimbawa, nagdi-discuss ka ng effective multimedia presentations sa unang 10 slide mo, and then pang 11 na slide mo naman, biglang pumunta ka na kung ano yung historical heritage ng Pilipinas. So, dapat naka-organize siya or nakalista yung main points. And if hindi naman kasama o hindi kasali sa topic, wag na nating isasali para hindi maging magulo yung presentation mo and hindi magiging bombarded ng information yung iyong audience. Okay, number 7, check technical issues. As a teacher, very a must ito para sa amin. Why? Because we have to make sure na visible all the time yung aming PowerPoint or yung aming slides sa aming audience or sa aming students. So letter A, we have contrast. Dark text on light background and white text on dark background. Why? Kasi pag gumamit ka ng white text on a light background, hindi na siya magiging visible, hindi na siya makikita as is na kung ano yung laman ng iyong PowerPoint. Like, halimbawa, puti yung aking background, tapos lalagay ako ng text na puti din. Or kahit yung yellow na font color, hindi siya magiging visible, magiging masakit siya sa mata. So, dapat parating contrast yung ating font size and yung ating font color rather and our background. And letter B, use only one design and color scheme throughout the slide presentation. Okay lang naman maging mahilig ka sa design o yung iyong PowerPoint is very colorful. But you have to make sure na hindi magiging irritable tingnan kasi there are some slides na medyo OA na yung paggamit ng color. Papunta na siya sa rainbow, like literal na hindi na naging pastel ng colors, kundi naging all throughout na yung presentation yung colors. So, magiging masakit siya sa mata and madidistract yung audience mo sa slides mo pa lang. Hindi na siya magiging effective. Okay, letter C, avoid clutter. So, I have to make sure na yung slide mo po is, again, nabanggit na kanina, organized and of course, dapat malinis. And letter D, avoid patterned or textured background. Hindi kasi applicable sa matatingnan kung yung background mo is parang checkboard, tapos yung font mo or yung text mo is hindi na makita dahil sa background mo. So, kailangan natin siyang i-avoid. As much as possible, we can use plain, pastel colors, or white color. You can never go wrong with white. Okay, we're still under the number 7. Check technical errors or issues. So, for letter E, use large font size. So, minimum na po yung 18 points or 18 na kalaki yung letters. Hindi na dapat siya maging 18 below or 17 below kasi hindi na siya makikita sa mata. Yung ginagamit ko actually minsan is 22 pataas. Kasi, if I'm not mistaken, according to our field study teacher, in making PowerPoint presentations, you have to use 22 or 28 ata pataas para maging visible pa rin yung iyong text sa inyong presentation. Letter F, use fonts that are easy to read. Don't use fancy fonts. So, pinaka-applicable na po yung Times New Roman, yung Calibre. Wag na wag po tayong gagamit yung mga circle-circle na letters na hindi na maintindihan, lalo yung chiller or yung joker. Kasi masyado na siya fancy para sa ating slides or sa ating PowerPoint presentations. Letter G, don't use more than 2 types of fonts. Ako, I will admit sometimes I use 2 or 3 fonts pero depende naman po siya sa aking slides. If hindi naman talaga siya necessary, hindi ko naman ginagamit. And letter H, avoid too much text. Don't use the presentations as your notes. So, katulad po yung nakalagay sa mga naunang slides, you have to make sure na yung main points lang yung content ng iyong presentation. Hindi necessary na ilalagay mo na lahat to the point na binabasa mo na. Same as yung reportings natin na ginagamitan natin ng mga instructional material like yung mga papers, Manila paper and cartolina. Hindi naman po necessary na ilalagay mo lahat ng content doon tapos babasahin mo na lang. Like when you're reporting way back. So, necessary po na dapat konti lang yung text na nilalagay. Kasi yung presentation natin, dapat memorize natin. Hindi na tayo titingin pa doon or hindi na tayo gagamit ng ating presentation para maging notes natin. And letter I, use no more than 3 or 4 bullets per slides. Number 8, be creative. Use transitions and animations to add interest. So, minsan maganda sa mata tingnan kung yung ating PowerPoint presentation or yung ating multimedia presentations is with effects, di ba, or animations. Kasi hindi siya naging boring tingnan. But you have to make sure and you have to keep in mind that you do not overdo it. Huwag tayong masyadong OA sa ating slides sa animations natin. So, I have here some examples I'll show to you. Okay, so I have here some examples. Tingnan nyo ha, pag ni-next ko to, ang OA ng effects. O, lipad-lipad pa siya. Okay, so yan, may pag ganyan-ganyan pa, may paggalaw-galaw pa. And yan. So we have to always remember na hindi dapat tayo OA sa paggamit ng mga animations and ng transition. Para hindi siya pangit tingnan, we can use the basic transitions na meron tayo sa ating PowerPoint, like yung fade, yung morph, yung push. We also have the swipe, the reveal. Medyo i-avoid na lang natin yung mga exciting or dynamic content na paggamit ng mga transition kung hindi naman lang necessary. Also, sa ating mga effects naman po. So, madalas ko ginagamit dito is yung fly in or yung float in, pero iniiba-iba ko lang yung effects niya. Pwedeng sa left sa dadating, yung sa right or sa upper or lower part siya lalabas. So, paiba-iba lang. Okay, so that sums up our discussion under the topic of preparing multimedia presentation. So, I hope may natutunan kayo. Konti lang naman yung tinakel natin, yung mga importanteng dapat lang gawin para magkaroon tayo ng effective na presentation. So, now let's have our activity time. Ito yung sinabi ko sa inyo bago tayo maghiwa-hiwalay last meeting. Okay, so since our topic is about preparing multimedia presentations and allowed naman kayong mga users to use different modalities, di ba? Yung example natin yung mga modalities, we have text, graphics, photographs, audio, animation, and video. So ngayon, yung pinili ko is video. Ito yung gagawin ninyo. You have to feature one of your best in your city or municipality. So we have your examples, pwedeng food, arts, park, beaches, mountain peaks, etc. through a vlog. So yung vlog is video, di ba yan? So yan yung modality na gagawin natin. Also, you have to make sure that you will observe the guidelines for creating multimedia presentations which are shown on the upper part of our discussion. And the deadline of the submission is on or before April 17, 2023 for my MWF classes and April 18, 2023 for my TTHS classes. Also, before I forgot, andito po yung ating criteria for vlogging for lesson 1. The content is 40%, the dialogues or the script is 30%, the editing skills is 15%, and also the camera angles 15% for a total of 100%. So, yun lang po. Happy vlogging, and I'll see you by next meeting.